sedate
Objection,
me.
Your Honor. Hearsay.
Trying to give her drugs. She
Yeah,
didn't say
overruled
anything.
that.
Thank
Okay.
you. Keep going. Forgive me for asking this, but I need to just make sure the record's clear. You were penetrated up the vagina into the pubic bone, is that correct?
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Sustained.
What, if any, penetration was there in your vagina with the bottle?
I can't believe
I'm so sorry.
do this.
I am so sorry.
Johnny had the bottle inside of me.
And did the table collapse?
Yes, it did.
Objection, Your Honor. Leading.
Sustained.
Is the black on top or underneath the red?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation. Leading.
Sustained and take her out.
And what he was
Objection, Your
saying,
Honor. Non-responsive.
Overruled.
what he was saying to me hurt just as bad as anything else.
Objection.
Yes, Your Honor, to the first message. Excuse me, Your Honor, to the
You
second.
mean the response?
Your Honor, hearsay.
Well, I think in the context, Your Honor, it's not offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted.
What's it for?
It's just telling the context of,
I'll sustain the objection. Thank you.
please continue and just say what he says and what he did and what your observations were.
He was accusing me of having a man in the house with me. At one point in our conversations, I told him about how,
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
and then when he finished filming, the plan was to do
Objection,
the
Your
full
Honor,
detox.
hearsay.
How did you know that?
I was involved in the conversations with the doctors and with his sister.
Objection,
And
Your Honor,
nurse.
that's still hearsay.
All right, I'll
Okay,
sustain the
that
objection.
part is. So what happened next? As a result of these communications, without saying what the communications were?
A nurse came to.
Objection, non-responsive.
What?
And I knew he would not remember. And if
Calls for speculation.
She can say why she did it and what she thought.
But that last part called for speculation. I'll sustain the
Don't
objection.
say I knew. Why did you tape record?
in my experience, when Johnny was that inebriated, he would not remember what he had done.
Calls for speculation.
Get up off the couch, and Johnny's son says,
Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Hearsay.
not offered to prove the truth of the matter. It explains
Don't-
what's coming.
Give you a good approach. I just don't know.
one of these is like,
Objection, Your Honor. Non-responsive.
I think it's responsive, Your Honor.
The question was,
What she's
with
doing,
whom did you
why.
go?
If we could ask the question.
Tell us how you felt and what you were thinking in this process of whether to go to have Christmas with Mr. Depp and his children.
you know, I guess I was trying to explain
Go ahead. Go ahead.
that, you know, it just, after you think each one of these is, it's almost like you, for each one of these things that happen.
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
Sustain the
It's not
objection.
offered to prove the truth of the matter, but
Sustain.
because you didn't have an accident.
Your Honor.
All right.
I'll sustain the objection.
Okay. Please continue, sir.
And
Did
using
you
coke,
appear on?
and they wouldn't put him under because of all the coke. So
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
All right. I'll sustain as to the
Foundation.
last part.
without saying what they said to me, it,
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay.
She said without saying.
She's characterizing
In
it.
that recording?
Yes.
Objection, form, lack of foundation.
You want to approach? I'm not sure.
I was in such shock and
Objection,
didn't-
Your Honor. Non-responsive.
I don't know how that's non-responsive.
We're going to ask your question again.
Okay. Please tell us how you felt at that point and what Mr. Depp was saying to you.
I remember.
Objection, Your Honor. Asked and answered.
Is the black on top or underneath the red?
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for speculation. Leading.
I'll sustain the objection.
For any reason, do you believe that Mr. Depp did this?
Uh,
Objection.
That was not, what if any?
What's the
Leading.
No, I'll overrule that objection.
Thank you.
Conversations, I told him about how
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Please try to continue without what you said, please.
an island, I'm trying to take care of him, and he was hallucinating and
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
Overruled.
screaming at me for things that I said when I didn't say any. I hadn't said anything. I would tell him, Johnny,
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Well, I think in the context, Your Honor, it's not offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted.
What's it for?
It's just telling the context of,
I'll sustain the objection. Thank you.
please continue and just say what he says and what he did and what your
with
observations
him.
were.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Don't say what you said, just say what he said,
But
okay?
I loved him and what he
Objection,
was
Your
saying.
Honor, non-responsive. Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
I'm going to take you to
Because
February.
Objection calls for hearsay and speculation.
I'll sustain the objection.
So don't tell what the staff said, what
Okay.
happened next.
Then I start communicating with Johnny.
And when you say started, I mean, was he on the phone? Did you call him? What?
You took
Objection,
all of
hearsay.
I'll sustain.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
That's not offered to prove the truth of the matter.
Overruled.
And then when it came up with his sister,
Objection,
he
Your Honor, hearsay.
It was not offered to prove the truth of the matter. She hasn't even said it yet, but try not to say what you're saying unless it needs it for context or something.
he was just belligerent. I don't know how to describe to you because it wasn't making sense. It wasn't making sense. He was drinking.
Calls for speculation and leading.